Good morning, one and all. Myself, Naganika, lecturer in Commerce, Government Model Degree College, Reddy. Let's today we discuss functions, role and functions of Industrial and Financial Corporation of India, IFCI. So here, Government of India uh, set up this IFCI in July 1948 under the Special Act. So, this institution set up in India with the main objective of making medium and long term credit to industrial needs. Means here IFCI provides medium and long term credit to the industries. The Industrial Development Bank scheduled IDBI, scheduled banks, insurance companies, investment trusts, and cooperative banks are the shareholders of the IFCI. The Union government has guaranteed the repayment of capital and the payment of a minimum annual dividend. Here, this corporation is authorized to issue the bonds and debentures in the open market. Means this IFCI can issue the bonds and debentures. So, from bonds and debentures, it can collect the funds or capital. This IFCI collects the funds from bonds and debentures in the open market. It can borrow the foreign currency from the World Bank and other organizations. It accepts the deposits from the public and it can borrow the funds from Reserve Bank of India. Now, IFCI. So the following functions are the IFCI. Here, this corporation grants the loans and advances to the industrial concerns, granting of loans both in rupees and the currencies. And again, it underwrites the issue of the stocks, bonds, shares, etc. This corporation can grant the loans only to public limited companies and cooperatives but not to private limited companies. So means here this corporation grant the loans only public limited companies and cooperatives. It does not grant the loans to the private limited companies and partnership here. So the organization and management of the IFCI. Here the head office of the IFCI located in New Delhi. It has established its regional offices in Bombay, Chennai, Kolkata, Chandigarh and Hyderabad, Kanpur and Guwahati. The branch offices of the IFCI is located in Bhopal, Pune, Jaipur, Cochin, Bhubaneswar, Patna, Ahmedabad, and Bangalore. So the IFCI is managed by board of directors headed by a chairman. So one chairman and board of directors. So these members are appointed by the central government of India in consultation with the RBI. The chairman holds in the position in period of 3 years. And on the 12 directors, 4 are nominated by the IDBI, 3 are experts in different fields of industry, labor, and economics, and the fourth is general manager of the IDBI. The remaining 8 directors are nominated. 2 directors are nominated for the term period of 4 years. So these are following scheduled banks, cooperative banks, insurance companies, and investments companies making up 88 directors. So, the activities of the IDBI. What are the activities of the IDBI? The promotional activities of the IFCI are explained below. The promotional activities of the IFCI. Here, the first one is soft loan assistance. Means this scheme provides soft loan assistance to the existing industries in small, medium sector for developing technology through in-house research and development. Means here small scale industries, medium scale industries. So these are existing industries. They have to develop the research and methodology, research and development of their industries. The IFCI provides the loans to the small and medium scale industries. So the second one is entrepreneur development. IFCI provides financial supports to EDPs. Means EDP means entrepreneurial development programs conducted by several agencies all over India. So here new new entrepreneurs new entrepreneur does not know anything about the industry, so entrepreneur need training to know the needs of the industry. Means all entrepreneurs need training to know all the aspects of the industries. So IFCI conducts the entrepreneur development programs to provide the knowledge to new entrepreneurs. So it conducts the program with the cooperation of Entrepreneur Development Institute of India. So the third one is industrial development in backward areas. So IFCI concentrate on backward areas. Means so backward areas also need to develop. IFCI take the measures to promote the industrial development in backward areas through some scheme of the concessional finance. Means here IFCI so uh, IFCI encourage the new entrepreneurs to introduce the industries in backward areas. It provides some finance to the new entrepreneurs. So here next third one is D, subsidized consultancy. The IFCI gives subsidized consultancy for different sectors. So here for small entrepreneurs for meeting the cost of the projects. Means here it provides the, for example, project A cost is 10 lakhs rupees. Means entrepreneur wanted to start a industry, so it provides the credit to the new entrepreneurs. Next, promoting ancillary industries. It provides the assistance to other industries also. So it provides the financial assistance to do the market research, and it encourages to develop the reviving sick units, and implementing modernization. So existing industries are having less technology. Means this IFCI provides assistance to modernize their industries. Next, it provides some measures to control the pollution in factories. Next, management and development of the CI. So to improve the professional management, the IFCI sponsored the Development Institute in the 1973. Issued the development banking center to develop the managerial manpower in industrial concern, commercial and the developmental banks. So working of the IFCI, the working of the IFCI came in the large measures of the criticism. In the first place, the rate of interest which corporation charged was extremely high. Means secondly, there was a great delay in the sanctioning of loans and making the amount of the loans available. So this is working with the IFCI. Next, uh, next we discuss about the functions and objectives of the Industrial Development Bank (IDBI). So, Industrial Development Bank established under the Industrial Bank of India Act 1964. So here it is the principal financial institution for providing the credit and other facilities for developing industries, assisting development institutions. So here IDBA till 1976, IDBI was subsidiary bank of RBI. In 1976, it was separated from the RBI, so the ownership is transferred. The ownership was transferred to the Government of India. So IDBI is 10th largest bank in the world in the development in the terms of development. Depository service the National Stock Exchange, the National Security Depository Services Limited, Stockholding Corporation India, and are some institutions which which has been built by IDBI. So here the organization and management of the IDBI. IDBI consists of a board of directors consisting of a chairman, managing director appointed by the Government of India, a deputy governor of the RBI nominated by that bank, and 20 other directors are nominated by the central government. The board had constituted an executive committee consisting 10 directors, including the chairman and managing directors. So here from these 10 directors, one director is chairman or one director is managing director. So here the executive committee is empowered to sanction financial assistance. The head office of the IDBI is located in the Mumbai. The bank has 5 regional offices on each in Kolkata, Guwahati, New Delhi, Chennai, Mumbai. Besides, the bank have 21 branch offices. The functions of the IDBI. The main functions of IDBI are discussed below. The IDBI has established to perform the following functions. Here, to grant loans and advances to IFCI, SFCs, or any other financial institution by way of refinancing of loans granted by such institutions which are repayable within 25 years. To grant loans and advances to scheduled banks or state cooperative banks by way of refinancing of loans granted by such institutions which are repayable in 15 years. To grant the loans and advances to IFCI, SFCs, other institutions, scheduled banks, and state cooperative banks by way of refinancing of loans granted by such institution to industrial concerns for experts to to discount and rediscount the bills of industrial concern. Means it discounts the bills and discount the bills also. So to it is helps to underwrite or to subscribe to shareholders shares or debentures of the industrial concern, to subscribe or purchase the stock, shares, bonds and debentures of the other financial institutions. to grant line of credit or loans and advances to other financial institutions such as IFCI, SFCs, etc. It helps to grant loans to any industrial concern. To it guarantees the loans raised by the industrial concerns in the market or from institutions. It provides consultancy and merchant banking services in or outside the India. It provides the technical and legal marketing and administrative assistance to any industrial concern or person for promotion of management or expansion of the industries. Means it provides the technical assistance or legal assistant or marketing assistance or administrative assistance to any industrial concern. So it provides any type of assistance to the industrial sectors. So it helps in expansion of any industries. For example, a industry wants to expand expand its area, manufacturing area. It provides the financial assistance to the industry, planning and promoting and developing the industries to fill up the gaps in the industrial structure in India. So some industries are underdeveloped, so that industry, for that industries it provides the mm, financial institution financial assistance to weaker industries. So to act as a trustee for the holders and or debentures or other securities. So the IDBI assistance, the IDBI assistance. Here, the IDBI provides assistance to either directly or indirectly to the financial institutions, other financial institutions. So, the first is direct assistance. The IDBI grant loans and advances to industrial concerns, and this there is no restriction on the upper and lower limits for the assistance of any concerns it falls. The bank guarantees the loans. The bank guarantees the loans raised by the industrial concerns and in the open market from the state cooperative banks, the scheduled banks, the Industrial Finance Corporation of India, and other notified financial institutions. So, the second one is indirect assistance. So the IDBI can refinance term loans the industrial concern repayable within the 3 to 25 years given by the IFCI, the State Financial Corporation, and some other financial institutions, and SIDS, State Industrial Development Corporations, commercial banks, and cooperative banks which extend term loans not exceeding 10 years to industrial concern. IDBI subscribes to shares and bonds of the industrial institutions and thereby provide supplementary resources. So the developmental activities of IDBI. Developmental activities of the IDBI, promotional activities in fulfillment of views of the development role, the bank continues to perform a wide range of promotional activities relating to the development programs for new entrepreneurs, consultancy services for small and medium enterprises, and programs designed for the accredited voluntary agencies for the economic upliftment and underprivileged. The technical consultancy organizations with the view to making available at a reasonable cost the consultancy and advisory services to new entrepreneurs, particularly to new and small entrepreneurs. IDBI, in collaboration with all other financial institutions in India, the network technical consultancy organizations covering the entire country. TCOs offer diversified services to small and medium enterprises in the selection, formation, and appraisal of the projects, their implementation, and the review. Entrepreneurship development institutions. Realizing these entrepreneurship development is key to industrial development. IDBI played a prime role in setting up of the Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India for fostering entrepreneurship in country. It has also established similar institutions in Bihar, Orissa, Madhya Pradesh, and Uttar Pradesh. So it also extends financial supports to various organizations in conducting the studies or surveys of the relevance to the industrial development. Means it provides the financial assistance, technical assistance to the development of the industrial sectors, to the development of the industrial sectors.